Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is another series of my film reviews where I basically talk about 3 films. I don't put any footage up or anything to YouTube, but I just put the backdrop of the actual DVD box, as it were, that you would normally find, and then a little bit of my review about it all. The films I tend to pick are the ones that run low ratings in IMDb. I don't go for Amazon low ratings because there ain't much to rate. It's at 5. You know, when you hit a 2, it still doesn't mean anything. Whereas IMDb, when it's out of 10 and you've got a 3, you know, most people avoid those like the plague and go, "Oh God, it's a rating of 3. I won't watch that." Or even the ones that you probably never even heard of. You know, I've got some that I've got listed on my list ready to watch that are got some well-known actors in there, but you've probably never seen them before, especially if they're old. You know, like black and white ones or whatever. So we're going to kick the thing off with a film called Derailed. This is an action horror film. It came out in 2018. It's got a rating of 15. It's for an hour and 20 minutes. It's spelled D-Railed, R-A-I-L-E-D. In Amazon, it's got a rating of 3 out of 5. In IMDb, it's got a rating of 3.9. So it's it's quite decent-ish. So I'm going to read the Amazon synopsis. When a train derails and plunges into a lake in the middle of the night, the passengers find themselves trapped within the sinking wreckage. However, they soon discover that what lies beneath the surface of the water is far more terrifying as they fight to stay alive against a deadly predator, determined to kill them one by one. Derailed is a terrifying story of survival against deadly odds. The director is Dale Fabriga. The publisher is also Dale, Everett Warren, and also Suzanne De Laurentiis. So if ever you've seen any films with De Laurentiis at the beginning, you know, the not published but produced by De Laurentiis groups, I'm assuming she's one of the family members. That's kind of cool. Music's done by Christopher Caro, and the actual main characters here. So there's quite a few, so I'm not going to go into them all, but I'll go into just like a couple that I kind of like, you know, speak a lot. As it were, there was a female, but I'm damned if I can figure out what her name was. I'm trying to look for it on the thing, and I couldn't see who she was. No, I still can't figure out who she was. She might have been Daisy, I don't know. Anyway, the mains we've got Lance Henriksen playing as Manny, and he's from film like Alien. He was the android. We have Dwayne Standridge, who was Charlie, and Shay Smolik, who was Abigail. And like I said, there's loads of others in there, but I'm just not going to go through them all. It was never renamed anything else, and it was all filmed in LA, Los Angeles, not Las Vegas. So it is a murder mystery train. It tells you that. I don't know if it actually tells you that at the beginning of the thing. No, it doesn't. But basically what it is a murder mystery train. So if you think of things like if ever you go to a murder mystery thing, I've never been to one. Who done it? You know, who did this? You know, a cast of characters live out some sort of scenario, and you, the public, have to determine who it is that's killed the person. That kind of thing. It's set at Halloween. It's a lovely old steam train, right? So it looks really nice. As I mentioned before in a previous video for the one for Grizzly Attack, they have strobe lights. Luckily not for very long, thank God. Anyway, so like I say, think of the Orient Express kind of inside, you know, the old kind of tables and glassware and clothing and that kind of thing. So it's all like everyone dresses up and looks really kind of in character. And it's pretty good acting all the way through it. You know, I kind of enjoyed the whole film. The murder type thing was kind of cool. I like that. And I'm obviously not going to go into how they ended up in the river. I'm not going to give the game away, give the film away, or any of that stuff. I'll just say they end up in the river. Now the creature is pretty cool. It's the old style stuff. It's somebody sort of dressed up in like looking like a Black Lagoon character, you know, with arms and head and stuff, but the head's kind of different. Again, if you see the image from Amazon, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's a sea creature coming towards you with about 15 rows of teeth. It doesn't look anything like that. It doesn't look anything like that. In IMDb, it's obviously a different image, but yeah, it doesn't. But still, there's no way it's CGI. It's all special effects, which I think is kind of cool. You know, arms and limbs and stuff like this having issues. Still, again, this is the thing. So at the beginning, they have, when they're in the water, they're trying to obviously get out of the water. So you would assume that after they've just seen somebody nearly getting killed by a said monster, that when they were in the water to swim to the land, you would swim for your sodding life, wouldn't you? No. One woman here decides to just tread water for 5 minutes, just standing there, or sort of floating there, going, "Come on, we need to go." Well, then just go. Sod the other people. Act for yourself. I mean, I would. I'd sod everyone else and just go for it. That's probably why I'd probably never act in my life. Anyway, it's a decent film, and actually, it's a very good ending. The ending's really good. I wasn't expecting it at all, and so when, again in Amazon, everyone says, "Oh, it's a typical film," it's like, no, it's not. I can tell you one thing, I never thought that. And then when you think back, you think, oh yeah, a little bits, yeah. But I think that makes a good film. So I'm giving it a higher rating than 3.9. I might go even for a 4.5. Whoa, yeah, that's right. But like I say, I thought it was interesting idea. Has it been done before? Probably, but most films have. I don't think you can find many films that are completely new, because everybody's done something. The only way you could say a film is new is if you watch something from the 40s. 1940s I'm talking about, you know, because those would be new. Nobody would have done anything really, because there wasn't much films out then. But there you go. Anyway, like I say, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this little review of Derailed. Got others coming up, obviously, and we'll see what they're like, and go from them. Okay, the next film in the list here that we're going to do is Croc, C-R-O-C. It's a horror adventure action film. IMDb have it down as a TV movie. It came out in 2007. It's got rated 16 plus in Amazon. It's an hour and 28 minutes. The rating in IMDb is 3.7 and in Amazon is 3.5. I'm not going to read the synopsis in Amazon because it's completely wrong. It says about a well-known guru is dead. It's not. It's nothing to do with that. So I'm going to read the IMDb one. A huge man-eating crocodile terrorizes people near Krabi, Thailand. A hunter stalks the beast while a local tries to blame a foreign crocodile farm owner for the crocodile's rampage. So some little bits of extras here. We have the director is Stuart Raffill, who is known for Passenger 57. Publisher is Charles Salmon. The music was done by Charles Odeens and Mark Ryder. My main characters is Michael Madsen is Croc Hawkins, and he's also known in Reservoir Dogs. Peter Tunistra was Jack, and he's known for Railwayman. Scott Hazel was Theo, and he's known for Primeval. So in other names, in USA as a reissue, it was called Croc, Godzilla of the Swamp. The budget is $750,000, 720,000 euros, or in good old Britain, 612,000 quid. And it's actually filmed in Thailand, which is good. So, I have obviously seen the entire film. It starts off, I didn't realise it was actually filmed in Thailand, so I liked the fact it was a river. I thought, oh, it's like the Amazon, it's that kind of thing, but then I realised when I watched it that it actually is in Thailand, so I thought that was kind of cool. You do, at the very beginning, you see footage of a real crocodile, and then you have, like, you know, where you're seeing through the eyes of the crocodile while it swims, that kind of thing. It's kind of cool. I like that. So I'm not going to spoil anything as usual. There's a bit at the beginning, very, very beginning, where there's this animal park thing, you know, where there's elephants and crocodiles, obviously, and stuff like that. And it's quite enjoyable to watch that with the interaction. Obviously, they've been trained, the animals. And I also like the elephants playing football. In fact, there's some of them are actually better than our football players, as everybody knows so well. So, like I say, there's two main guys that run this park, and that's Jack and Theo, Peter Tunnistra and Scott Hazels. I think Jack's the uncle and Theo's the nephew. So that they're not having a good time. They're sort of having a bad run with the local government and the organised crime. So that's not good, is it? So I at this point, when I just saw this bit, there was another killing. And if you think of Jaws, you know, the first one, so where you have the shark and then you see the killing's not real, you know, it's a kind of a rubbery kind of mouth. It's that sort of thing. But it's basically special effects, you know, it is what it is. So Michael Madsen, so there's a killing, obviously, in water, you know. I always thought that crocodiles were found in swamps and rivers and stuff like this, but this was the beach. But hey, what do I know? So the cousin turns up, and I'm not going to say who the cousin is, but basically she's there, and she starts screaming because they find this leg, and this copper's like screaming, no, 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 cover it up, which I thought was quite funny in a way when you're watching it. But the Michael Madsen sort of loitering around, so I thought, oh, he's a copper, that's who he is. So we'll find out what he does. Then they performed an autopsy on the leg on the beach, like you do. So as I say, I understood that. I thought the acting was pretty cool from everybody, and they used a lot of extras that were locals. I saw this in Hostel, the film with what's his name? I've forgotten his bloody name. I've forgotten the name of the director. Anyway, Hostel. And they filmed it in wherever they filmed it in Slovakia, I think, Slovakia. And I think they use a lot of local people, which is it kind of like goes to it's good. Now, obviously, the creature does grab people, and it also grab kids. Now, I watched a previous film in my previous video called Prey, and that ate kids. And a lot of modern films, that the top-notch films, they don't. They go for a child, and then they get scared away or something, or the kid survives. Because they can't eat a kid. Oh hell no! But in real life, a crocodile won't exactly sort of sniff at a kid and go, "Oh, I'm not having that. I'm going to go for this old gran over here." Anyway, it turns out that he's not a copper. It's Michael Madsen. He's some sort of tracker. Which I was like, okay, so that's what he is. And then literally as I was just watching this, the crocodile, it killed somebody in a swimming pool. I mean, a swimming pool? I thought that's chlorine. So now we can swim in the sea, in a lake, and in a swimming pool. Pretty good crocodile. And I actually learned something new. Because I was watching this, it kind of reminded me of Anaconda. Where if you see Anaconda, there's a rubbery snake, was an anaconda, obviously. So it kind of reminds me of that in the way the film is done. But the new thing that I learned, at least I assume it's true. So what happens, at least I think so anyway. So basically in the film, it's like saying, what they do is when they've eaten or they've killed somebody, they keep the food in a pit. So that they're kind of like, that's where all the food is kept. Obviously, the wording is probably completely wrong because a crocodile pit is just where crocodiles just sort of lay. But yeah, so that was quite interesting. The ending was good, but I'll I'll put it this way: Michael Madsen. It could have been anybody, and anybody could have done that acting role. It got top billing, but in my mind, it could have been anybody, literally anybody, because he just appeared for probably. I mean, IMDb says he's in about a third of it. I'd say about a fifth. He's hardly there, and his role is like, oh yeah, I've been joking, it's done the crocodile for years, and then we sort of disappear for like 3 hours. Not 3 hours, but you know what I mean, it feels like it. And then he comes back, oh yeah, yeah, Croc's a real sneaky thing, yeah, disappears again, don't see him a while, yeah, it's like, oh, what the hell? And the Amazon synopsis, not the Amazon synopsis, the IMDb, it says that Madsen is the main guy, and the subplots is the two guys. Let me just find it a second. So you scroll down. It says here a storyline. Michael Madsen plays a hunter stalking the immense reptile, while subplots include a rivalry between a foreigner who owns a crocodile farm and a Thai man who plays a part in framing the foreigner for the crocodile's rampage. No, it's the other way around. The main story is the crocodile farm thing. Well, it's not a crocodile farm. It's an amusement place for farms. You know, got elephants and crocodiles and various other things there. Michael Madsen's the subplot. He just happens to be floating around now and then. And if you think of, for example, Jaws, everyone's seen Jaws, and would you say that in Jaws that the main plot is that guy you see at the end who hops in the boat, who's a shark hunter, floats out in that shitty little boat and then tries to kill the shark and ends up getting killed, you know, by being eaten alive? Or would you say that the main actor who's running around seeing the attacks and then stopping people going to the beaches and into the sea, and where the mayor is then getting annoyed because we're losing trade, is the subplot? No, because that's the whole thing. It's so. What was the rating? 3.7 in IMDb. I would actually give it a 5. I kind of liked it. Like I said, I liked the way the nephew and the uncle had sort of like interaction with various people. I liked how it was done. As usual, the organised crime are inept and they can't capture anybody. But yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a good, decent film for what it was. Obviously, they were not going to have a real crocodile, but there were parts, especially at the beginning with the park, that were real crocodiles. In fact, I was quite enjoyable watching that bit. So yeah, I would say go for it. Why not? Okay, right. I'm gonna go to the next one in a minute. Okay, so for the third in the list is a film called Vipers. Now, Amazon and IMDb say the same thing. It's down as a comedy, drama, action. Nope, there's no comedy. There's no drama. Well, I suppose there is. I suppose there's action, but I would have called it a horror. Simple as that. I don't even know where or whatever. IMDb say it's a TV movie, which, yeah, okay, maybe. Came out in 2008. It's for rated 16 plus. It's an hour and a half. IMDb is a rating of 3.3. Amazon is a rating of 4. And so the Amazon synopsis is: a set of vipers have been taken by the scientists. When the vipers escape into the woods, they do more than just bite. Which is a bit okay. So the main people, as it were, so we have the director is Bill Corcoran, who did Wise Guy. Publisher, but there's quite a few. But the interesting thing, you know, it's one of those ones where you got like about 10 producers, so they all kind of like dip their toe. But you also have Robert Halmin Senior and Junior. They were also the executive producers for Croc, the previous video I've just done a second ago. So that's quite cool. Music is by Lawrence Schragge, Shragge, and the main people, Tara Reid, who's Nikki, who's known for American Pie, Jonathan Scarfe, who's Cal, who was in Equalizer 2, and Don S. Davis, who was Dr. Silverton, who's known in Twin Peaks. Have you ever seen that? It's an old classic. The budget is $9 million, or €8,650,000, or 7.3 million quid, and it was filmed in Vancouver, in Canada. Okay, so straight from the off, you get straight into the action. So it also says at the very beginning that they're enhanced and that they're deadly. So we have that and that. You find that all out in the first 5 minutes. So I haven't told you anything as such. Taken by the scientists? No. Well, I'm supposed they were taken by the scientists originally. And yeah, they do escape the woods, I suppose. Do they do more than just bite? I don't know what else a viper would do, but apparently they do, according to the synopsis. But I would have said they'd just do that. The first set of killing was okay. We didn't see anything. We didn't see him sink the teeth in. None of that. But like I say, it was at the very beginning. And then they said that there was no cell phone reception because in the middle of nowhere, so you can't access Twitter or Facebook or anything. So that's kind of annoying. Tara Reid, right? So she's got top billing. Literally, when the credits go up, she's the top one. I honestly could not hear a word she was saying. She was written on about a car, a snake, or a tree. I couldn't make it out. It was just like, so is it? Are we going? Ah, yeah, is it? Let's go here. Ah, is it? Who's in? And so I was like, what the hell? But everyone else was completely fine. It's not like it was some sort of weird recording. Everyone else was fine. I just couldn't understand the words she was saying. I could have had subtitles up. It was that useless. That's probably why it's got a low rating, because of Tara. So a bit long on. No, she was still pretty shitty. I just thought it was the beginning. Maybe she was, feeling a bit crap. It just sounded like she was drunk. So at this point when I was watching it, I was half an hour in. I was curious if she had a health issue. But I actually looked online. I paused briefly, so I was curious. She had some some interviews that she did slurring. So this was like about 2018, but she was slurring back then in what, 2008? So I don't know what. People put it down as alcohol or drugs or some sort of medication, but the fact that she was slurring in this one, I mean, literally, it was like, sir, have a go. She even said she turned on the lights, and I thought she said she's got the lots. I've got the lots, and then the lights came on. I was like, oh right, oh the lights. So the snakes are pretty decent. They move around, they slither on the ground. They look, not obviously real. They come towards you and they attack, and then they are decent for what they are. Snakes are snakes. So I thought that was kind of cool. So the story was quite decent. I didn't expect much in the killing, but it was what it was. The snakes, they're going to attack. They do attack. They kill. That's obvious. There's some part of the story I wasn't expecting certain people to die, because you never do. You know what I mean? Like, no way. What, that one? But then the relationship, there's a new doc, so basically, again, I'm not giving it away as such, but they've got this new lad that turns up who's going to replace the old doc, and that's the guy that was in Twin Peaks, Don S. Davis, is the old doctor, and the new doctor is Jonathan Scarfe. So he's coming in to take over while the other guy retires. Did I see what would happen with him? Yes, I knew what would happen. I think you can probably figure that one out. So there's this point where they're driving through the town centre or town with the snakes, and Tara Reid's on a bloody walkie-talkie talking to the person who's behind her, literally walking in outside the car, and then the dog, the old dog, back at the cabin. She's mumbling. At first I was like, who's she talking to? Because she was like, go to the right hand side. Yeah, keep going forward. And I thought, keep going forward. So you're talking to the driver, but you're sat next to the driver. And I was confused. I was like, what the hell? And then it's the funny bit. It's the old doctor. It was like on the walkie-talkie saying, what the hell's she on about? I can't understand the words she's saying. I thought, yeah, tell me about it. But it was. You'll understand if you watch the film, you'll see what she's actually talking about, but it's just whatever. And as usual, right, as is always happens with these kind of films, a kid gets bit. Happens at a certain point in the film, I'm not telling you when. And he somehow manages to get rushed to hospital that ain't there, it's on the mainland, and, you know, that's that. A bit later on, an adult gets stung, not stung, but bitten on his thumb, dead. It's just like, okay, so a grown man, thumb, dead, kid, bitten on the stomach, survives to the mainland. Anybody see something a little bit? But the ending was good. And you'll see what I mean. You'll probably think, what the hell? And then you realise what I mean. So, yeah. Would I give it a 3? I was going to give it a decent rating, but with Tara and her mumbling, it just detracted from the entire story. You know, there were certain parts that I really liked. I was like, oh hello, I didn't expect that one. I didn't expect, as in the story, not the killing. And then Tara, I got this. I was like, what the hell? So I would give it a 2. That's just me being nice. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed listening to these 3 reviews of whatever I've released. What is it? Derailed, Croc and Vipers. Like I say, I have released the other one. These will be coming up, and I will be doing more. I'm enjoying watching these old, not these old, but these kind of films that nobody would ever watch. So I'm enjoying watching them. As always, please put a comment in the comments box below if you like these kind of things. Like I am going to record more, and yeah, I'm enjoying them. I mean, it's something different. I never thought I'd do this, so it is something enjoyable, which I think is what everyone should do now and then. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of other stuff, mostly gaming. These are just something extra somebody asked me to do, so I started doing it. And give me the old thumbs up if you like this video. Okay, thank you and goodbye.